Hey guys, it's SmartCoder40 here. So today is the kind of first lesson of the learning to code with SmartCoder40. So let's get started. So within the for we're gonna start by going over some data values or data types. So our data types are we have strings, which are our things like words or pretty much anything that's within quotation marks. Then we have integers, which are all your whole numbers. We have floats, which are your decimals. And then, of course, we have booleans, which are true or false. We also have lists, dictionaries, and sets. However, we'll mainly only use these two, these strings and integers, and later we will go over lists, dictionaries, and sets. But now that we covered data values, let me kind of show you an example of each data value. So an example of a string would be something like SmartCoder40 in quotation marks. That's a string. An example of an integer, 40. An example of float, it could be something like 40.2, but even 40.0 it would be considered a float. It just has to have a decimal point and then some number after it. It doesn't have to be a whole number. It can be 0. You have booleans, for example, true, 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 or maybe, but lists, dictionaries, and sets I won't really show you now. I'll show you them some other time. But for now, I think we're done with this. So let's turn this into, oh yeah, I think there's one more thing I should tell you before we get started on the next thing. So you see this hashtag mark creates something called a comment. It can be used to make notes on something, like that's not part of the code. It's not going to be part of the code, but you can use it to kind of give little notes to yourself. It can help you, like, tell you what each section of code is and stuff like that. So, and you can or you could just use it to kind of store code that you're not really using. So to turn this code into to turn this into comments, all you have to do is hit Control/ and then they're all commented, and it doesn't really run any. But yeah, I think now we should learn about a function called print. What print does, so print allows you to print something to the run space. So for example, print SmartCoder40. If we print SmartCoder40 and we hit run, then it prints SmartCoder40 to the run space. We can even print variables. So it doesn't, let's say we have a variable called x. So just so you know, to define a variable, to set it to be equal to something, you just have to put the variable you want it to be called, and equals, and then you can set it to equal. Here, let's say we want 7. Oh wait, even add variables. So if we can print X, if we hit print X, as you can see, it prints 7 because X is equivalent to 7. So yeah, I think those are some basic, that's your very basic things, data values and print. So I think that would be good. That's it for lesson 1. So next time we'll start going over loops. So yes, I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.